A quick qualification before starting this review. I am a 100% street rider. I have zero track experience. I have never had the pleasure of using such a fine dedicated track tool as this machine. So if you're looking for that kind of review, I hope I don't disappoint. If you're looking for a review of using this machine as it was actually designed and intended, this will probably leave you wanting. Let's get into it.
Suck the life right out of my veins when you spoke my name. Got the kind of thing going that tips the scales. Yeah, you keep me sane. I'll be the clouds beyond your skies. I'll flutter by like butterflies. I'll be the blue inside your eyes. Your crazy loving keeps me paralyzed.
Hey guys, welcome back again from Tampa Bay. Oh, I'm excited for this one. This is the 2018 top of the line, not only Ducati, but man, I'd be hard pressed to think of another bike period better. At least on the market for the street right now. This is the new Panigale V4 S. Brand spanking new. And these are pretty much street legal slicks. I'm not kidding. There's hardly any tread on them, and they are brand new. So I'm breaking this puppy in right now. Alright, first of all, I'm going to be taking it easy here. Like I said, it's brand new. This is a lead ride, which I'm actually glad. It's going to go through some nice roads for the area here. But like I said in the intro, this is a track bike. This is a weapon. This is a specialized tool. So I'm going to tell you what I feel as a street rider, especially compared to other sport bikes. I don't know how many people watching this are going to actually be interested in riding one on the street, but if you are, this one's for you. First of all, you know what? It's not uncomfortable. I'm surprised how vibration-free the seat is. The thing is extremely compact, and oh my goodness, it has torque. I'm just touching the throttle here, and it's just going. Got a nice TFT display that you probably can't even see, and I'm not looking down at right now. It is a typical sport bike posture, bent way over. I'm not even really leaning on the tank here because my arms are so long. I've got clearance. The bike is shorter than I thought it would be, which is a good thing. I'm 6'2", 250 pounds. I'm flat footing it here. I've got about an inch under me, standing up here under the seat. Clutch engagement is super long. It only reaches out the last 10%. Not self-canceling signals. Grips are comfortable, and again, almost vibration-free. The dash is easy to read when I actually glance down and look at it. Of course, it has all the goodies. This bike has all the goodies. Alright, this is a bike where you do not need to upgrade anything. I mean, absolutely nothing. It has it all out of the box, and of course it has the price tag to match. It has forged wheels. It has the best electronic suspension in the world. Oh my God. I'm not even half throttle and this thing is just throwing me into the back. I mean, if you think torque from something like a VMAX will hit you, you ain't ridden nothing yet. The closest I can compare this to is a Modus. And I'm going to say this has more. It certainly is a different feeling, even though the Modus is also a very potent V4. It's 90-degree opposed, and this is a lot smoother. But this thing pulls like an electric freight train. That wasn't even full throttle. I forget what the horsepower spec on this thing is, but I believe it's north of 215 horse, somewhere right around there, with a bucket load of torque to match. In such a small, lightweight package, it's just amazing. Now I have everything turned on, all the assists, traction control, wheelie control, ABS, everything is maxed out. I've got the suspension in dynamic mode, which will auto adjust, and I'll tell you what, it is great. Now these roads are very nice, but they're not perfect. I can feel the bumps, I can feel the gyrations, but there's no, of course, dive, there's no bouncing whatsoever. Feels like a glove underneath me. I'm very glad I don't have a track near me, because my wallet would be a lot lighter and I would have something like this. I don't know if I would have this, maybe after years of practice, because there's absolutely no way I would be able to wring the performance out of something like this on a track. But man, would I look good trying? Whew. Comfort-wise, this thing is amazing. I have ridden a lot of street bikes, sport bikes on the street, excuse me, and I can't wait to get to the next light, just to stretch my legs, just to rest my butt. So far at least, now we've only been riding a few minutes, this feels like I'm just sitting on it in the showroom. Mirrors are so-so. They do vibrate a lot, and yeah, I pretty much just see my arms. Not exactly something that they're concerned about on the track, and you wouldn't want these real wide. You would really spoil the looks of the bike, I'm sure. Maybe people put bar-in mirrors on them. I have no idea. But they are pretty much useless for the street. Just FYI. This does have an up and down quick shifter. Like I said, it has absolutely everything out of the box. There's nothing you need to add. There's nothing you can upgrade. Even though it has that really weird engagement zone, it's got just endless torque right at idle. It's almost impossible to stall the thing. I have stalled other sport bikes, especially Yamahas with very tall first gears. Don't have that problem here. Shift peg position is actually quite comfortable. It's not as rearward as other bikes. Oh, interestingly, my butt's hot. Especially my left cheek. I'm sure it's a byproduct of the exhaust going under the seat. It actually curls up. It is a magnificent looking machine, and the exhaust is a big part of that. The pipes themselves curl around underneath the seat and then exit out opposing sides, just like the first generation Viper. It looks so sweet, and I can really feel it. Feels like a heated seat in a car. That is the level of heat I've got already. Not a big deal, and I didn't notice it there until I stood up. When you're moving and you've got airflow, it's not too bad. Now I can feel the heat creeping up. It's actually going forward in the seat now, and it's reaching my nuts. That is a strange sensation, let me tell you what. I've never ridden on the heated seat before, but I now know exactly what it would feel like. Very odd. So of course this thing is as effortless as any bike you can imagine in the corners. Usually on any other normal kind of street bike, you got a little put a little lean into these here. These are our local, what we call twisties. I know those of you that live in the mountains are laughing, and rightfully so, but this is what we got, right? So I don't even feel like I'm even starting to lean. I can't even see the bars moving. I have no sensation of turning. It's just, think about it, lean a little bit, and it's done. Absolutely made for running fast around corners. I can't imagine what kind of limit you'd have to take this to really find its limits. I mean, the leaning on this must be insane on a track. I love the up and down shifter, but it does appear to have some type of RPM lockout that wouldn't let me downshift there. It does have a bit of a jerkiness when it upshifts, and that's just from the torque. When it kicks into that next gear, it's just almost feels like a dual clutch transmission. Yeah, see, I can't downshift here, so I'll use the clutch up to 4,500. Try it again. Nope. 5,500. Oh, there we go. That was too much throttle. I keep forgetting with an auto blip, they want you to completely release the throttle. That's all it was. Just not used to it. The sound on this is awesome. It sounds like most bikes do when they put on a really good exhaust and you take the baffle out, but there's no drone. I just get the sound going down the road, and it's just fantastic. It sounds very raspy, very metallic, especially at idle. It just sounds ready to pounce, and believe me, it is. Let's go up into top gear. 50 miles an hour at 3,600 RPM. I'm going to try a little roll on. I don't know if he's going to want to pass that guy or not. Nope. Alright. Quiet. Top gear roll on here, 45 miles an hour. Oh my god. That's pretty much like you're in second or third of most bikes. So even down here at 3,500 RPM, gobs and gobs of torque. Let me get down lower, see if we can find its limit, if any. Down to 30 miles an hour. Starting to shake now, so doesn't really like being this low in top gear. Yeah, big shake. I'm going to downshift here. Doesn't really seem to like below 3,000 RPM for really feeling good. Especially being a brand new engine, I don't want to lug it like that. So wind protection, actually pretty terrible. It is very loud. Now I'm very tall. I have an extremely tall torso. Even though I'm 6'2", I've only got a 32-inch inseam. So most people that are my height have a good couple more inches in their legs. Well, I've got it in my torso, so I'm feeling like I'm really forward. Now, from my point of view, I don't know what the camera's going to see, probably more than me. I can't see the dash at all. In fact, I can only see the bare lip of the windscreen. I have to look down. Now I can see the dash. Now I can see my hands. And when I do that, I can't see the road. Oh, cool. We're not going directly back. Even better. Man, the sound on this set of pipes is just amazing. Hopefully the mic is doing it justice. I'm glad I at least have this new setup so it's picking up the sounds better. Oh my, that seat is warm now. It feels like it's been baking in the sun. Getting used to the clutch pickup now. I have to look down to hit the signals. The switches aren't quite in the normal position. Some bikes you get just a little bit of a shift. And this is one of them. It's up a little bit more, like a couple finger widths. So you go to hit it and you're actually hitting it below it if you got muscle memory. It's like I would want to rotate that whole pod just a little bit, and then it'd be like most bikes out there. Levers are very comfortable, of course, 100% adjustable. Everything is. I'm sure the pegs are too, but they're working great for me. Usually on a sport bike, my ankles are really hurting, and sometimes it can be hard to downshift because it's hard to get my ankle to bend up that far in the boots. But there's no problem with this. There's barely enough room where it's completely comfortable. It is a bit hard turning my head while we're turning because of the such prone position. Luckily this RF1200 helmet works pretty well for all positions. It's kind of an optimized helmet for do it all, so it's not just for riding upright. It's working pretty well here at this extreme angle. So far I'm most impressed with the comfort of this bike. Now if I wasn't being so careful, I would be putting more pressure on the tank. But like I said, this is a brand new beautiful bike and there's no tank protector on it, so I'm not going to be leaning on it and rubbing my jacket into it. So I'm putting a little bit more pressure on the bars than I normally would be riding any bike. But my wrists aren't aching. I've got no hot spots in my hands. The grips are almost vibration free. I'm going through the revs here and I haven't found any spot that feels different. Everything feels just about as smooth as the next. There is a visceral feel to it. You feel the engine through the frame, a little bit through your legs, but everything's equal. There's no buzzing action. There's just, you know it's on and you know it's revving out. Now this is a very tall first gear. Here it's second. I'm only at 5,000 RPM. Red line is 14,500. Let's go down into first. No buzz. Super smooth all the way up there. I'm not giving it wide open. Like I said, brand new engine, brand new bike. That sound is really different up in the higher RPMs. It's the same volume. It's the same overall note, but it almost sounds like there's multiples. It brings in a harmonic. I don't know if the two pipes there are tuned differently, but that's kind of what it sounds like. It's nice. You could ride around in this in first gear pretty much everywhere you can go. I mean, you're gonna break every speed limit in first gear, and that's no joke. But it's smooth enough where you can hang up in those upper RPMs all day, and it feels the same as cruising in top gear. Absolutely love the torque. I'm a torque kind of guy. I'm not a super high RPM to make your power. Give me a balance. And this is delivering much more balanced overall than the Modus. Obviously a completely different package, but if you're looking for something with that kind of power level, oh, this has got it. Well, there you go, guys. Hope this helps somebody. Wow, really narrow turning angle. Oh, this thing is so light. It just feels like a bicycle, which is so strange considering the power. Anyway, there you go. I canceled that. Oh, that is so touchy. It's on a pivot rocker like that. So strange. There you go, guys. Hope this helps somebody. We'll see you next time.
It's up front. It's up here.
Weird.
Trust me, I had a bitch at the time yesterday figuring out where it was at. Yeah, exactly. Took me like 10 minutes.
And you can't see it.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you, sir.
How was it?
Oh, phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more power than the Modus.
Yeah.
Super comfy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Like way more comfy than the Panigale than the previous.
it is. It's the most comfortable sport bike I've ever ridden, Alex.
People.
I know. That's what I've been riding.